Hi everybody, and welcome back to my channel. So today's reading is going to be what is their karma for hurting you, and it's pick a pile. We have 3 groups. So just go ahead and take a deep breath, maybe close your eyes, in through the nose, out through the nose. And when you open them, choose the pile that best resonates with your energy at this time. We have a rose quartz pyramid, the Kokopelli unakite, and the emerald raw palm stone. And I'll see you on the other side. Hello, pile 1. You have chosen this beautiful card from the Oracle of the Mermaids deck called Receptivity, along with the rose quartz pyramid. So I'm feeling from your energy at this time that you are interested in action. Your person might be coming in here with a gift for you. As you can see in the background, this hummingbird, it looks like, is delivering a message. And your message is, be open to this. Should your person come in with, let's say, an apology, it's looking promising. So let's just take a moment here and dive into your tarot cards. And we're going to take a look at your situation. So what did this person do in this situation? Ooh. And we have the 2 of Cups. Yeah, I feel like it started off very promising. Maybe you guys were from 2 different religions or 2 different backgrounds, 2 different countries, and you found a way to really harmonize with each other in such a beautiful way. You might be doctors. We have the Caduceus back here. I'm just getting that you guys were like ahead of your time. And we have the Queen of Swords. Okay. Traditionally, the card of the woman scorned here. She's giving me kind of Joan of Arc vibes. We have the Knight of Cups. And the Fool. Okay. So I'm getting that you guys look like a match made in heaven. This person was very forward with you. Yes, I want this relationship. Yes, I want this marriage. Maybe you were a little bit hesitant because you'd been burned in relationships before, and it just looked like this very promising start, albeit maybe you weren't in a financial position to build a life with this person, or maybe your families did not agree. But there was just something about this relationship that made you guys leap and take a chance. And I'm kind of getting, for some of you, especially because we have the Ace of Swords here on the bottom, that it just feels like a pipe dream now, because maybe this person ran away or got cold feet. Or there was just something about them that seemed like one way, and now you're questioning, why did this happen? Maybe I misread this person. So I'm going to take a look about what they did and why they did this here. What's going on? Very vague start. We have a light. We have abundance. I'm not really getting that this person did anything aside from maybe getting cold feet here. Let's see. We have release. And we have change. Yeah, okay. So I'm definitely getting the energy that this person came forward to you and they said, I've made a mistake. It was almost like they felt that you were the person that was going to fix all their problems. They were looking either to run away from their old life, or they were looking for some kind of change. Maybe they thought life would be different with you. But Spirit is kind of saying that this person had things to work through. They maybe overpromised and underdelivered, and realized that nothing was going to change because they weren't ready to change. But I do see that this person really does care about you here. And there's just this feeling of regret coming through. They knew that you were somebody that they didn't really want to trust easily. And they were just so swept up in the romance. They wooed you and they tried to convince you, but in the end, their shadow side really caught up with them. So now what is their karma here for hurting you? First card is the Eight of Cups, or the Eight of Chalices in this deck. Yeah, look at that. All right. Now again, this is the Two of Cups in reverse. I knew this is where we were going with this. Oh, you're gonna like this one. Let's get a few more here. What is their karma for hurting you? Ace of Wands. And last one. The Six of Swords. So I see that this person is going to try, no, if they do try to sleep around, nobody else is going to compare. Some of them might have a dark night of the soul. Some of them might have to endure a period of really reviewing their past relationships as to why they ended up like this and what they really want. I do see that some of them might come back around and that you'll reject them, and it might be permanent. And so this idea of what could be is now tainted, and there's going to have to be some time that this person will prove themselves, try to prove themselves to you. I don't know why this is coming through, but I'm also hearing that some of them might have a pregnancy scare with somebody else if they just try to move on by getting underneath somebody else. So anyway, I say all this to say that reality is going to hit this person pretty hard. They will have to transform. They will have to do something different. Spirit is not going to let them just keep showing up for you or for other people in the world as somebody that gives people lip service. They're going to have to do something different next time. So I just want to check in really quickly with how they feel, see if there's any regret here. I mean, who is this person? Okay. We have your words linger in my mind. I see a heavy indication that this could be a water person, but that doesn't have to resonate. That's Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, could even be a Venus. Something is still missing for me. Yeah, and I'm trying to figure out what that is. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely somebody that uses love, not just pleasures of the flesh, to cover up what they're lacking. I've looked you up online. Yeah, they're tracking you for sure. They don't want you to move on. And your intensity frightens and allures me at the same time. This is a really interesting person. It's troubling for me that they don't have a whole lot of remorse. On the very, very bottom, it says, I should have been more honest with you. But This is somebody that feels like if they are vulnerable, that is going to get them into more trouble with people than if they conceal their intentions. I would be very careful around this person because, how can you build a relationship with someone who isn't upfront and honest with you, especially after they hurt you? So just proceed with caution here. But at the same time, like, you're kind of the catalyst for this person's change. You strike me as somebody that has it a lot more together than they do. You present yourself one way, but you're actually also that person. So, like, you've confused this person. They're part of the fake it till you make it culture, and you're not. You're pretty solid. And so that person is like, how did they get here? And why am I not there yet? That's kind of the energy that I feel from this person. So my last question is, are they going to rectify this? Are they going to apologize, change, come forward? And we have the energy is gaining momentum. Okay, cool. Looking for an apology here. A time for healing. Nice. And one more. You betcha adjustments are required. Okay. So the big thing I can tell you about this connection is this person's like intuition, especially if they identify as masculine somewhere, was not enacted, was not activated, and now it is. It's like you've just shown them this whole other way to be. So they will go through a shift, like I said, some of you dark night of the soul, and start to heal. And as far as you're concerned, you just keep on plowing through life being your bad self. You're very close to achieving something in your own life. You don't need to spend any more time thinking all the thoughts or feeling all the feels about this person. They have put themselves on a trajectory journey from you because they have to choose living from a place of honesty if they want to get back together with you, or you'll risk compromising yourself. So I guess you've got a choice if they do reach out. How strong is my center? Do I really want somebody who's struggling, even though we love them as people and everybody struggles, to potentially upset my equilibrium? So that's what I have for you. Very interesting reading. But yeah, they definitely care about you, like, a lot. It's like really heartbreaking to see that they can't properly become in alignment with their intentions. But maybe, sometimes you dodge a bullet, like they're saving you from something worse. So that is what I have for you here. If you like this video, like it, subscribe to my channel. More in-depth readings are in my Etsy shop, and that is listed below. And leave your comments below, please, if you resonated with this reading. All right. Thank you so much. Hey, everyone who chose pile 2. This is your reading. This is the lovely Unakite Kokopelli, which is a fertility god in the Southwest. And you have chosen from the Oracle of the Mermaids deck, number 19, which breaks down to a 10 or 1, however you like to read it. Endings and beginnings with Atlantis. So I'm already feeling like this connection is an ascended connection. You guys knew each other in past lives, or you're from one of the original star ancestors. You're forward thinkers, you're progressives. And honestly, I kind of get the vibe that, like, this person may have decided to deviate from this relationship because of a job, or that there was jealousy around your job, or just some kind of like mistake. They thought going in a certain direction would bring them more prosperity, something like that. Really interesting. So let me take a look into your situation with my tarot to see what this person did and a little bit about why they did it. All right, so 7 of Pentacles in reverse to start off your reading. 2 of Swords in reverse. Yeah, see, there's that choice card. And Chariot in reverse. Yeah, that forward momentum didn't really do anything for this person. What did they do? Huh. Yeah, look at that. The Star. Okay. So, yeah, this is a person who felt like their dreams were delayed. Whatever they were doing, they were just slowly, either they had like a traditional job and they were just saving up slowly to do things, and then they met you. So you're this great catalyst to like up level their life. They realize like, I was only living for myself, and I didn't think that somebody challenging would come along, or somebody who would challenge me would come along. And now I realize like I need to upgrade myself in order to compete with that person or provide that person the castle that she deserves, blah, 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 blah. And so I see that they thought about this choice, but it was kind of a hasty decision to go in a different direction. And they wanted to chase their dreams. Maybe you're living in alignment with your true soul purpose. And they just felt that for years after meeting you, they realized like they were just living day to day in the mold, being like a cog in the wheel. Is that the expression? I hope you know what I mean. Like, just like going through the motions. But what I'm seeing is like this, and I think this has to do a little bit with the karma. It didn't pan out how they really wanted. They didn't get the luxury car. They didn't get the, cover of a magazine. They didn't get this futuristic house with all the bells and whistles. They didn't even get the recognition that they wanted. And they lost you, either temporarily or permanently. What do we have on the bottom? Yeah, same thing. Knight of Pentacles is on the bottom. I always call this my mobster card. This is like somebody that's willing to do risky financial or even life endeavors to get ahead. So I think you definitely triggered this person. Here again, we have the 7 of Swords on the other side, to just triggered a desire in them that is latent, that they didn't know was there, that has kind of created a dark side, forced this dark side to come out and be acknowledged. Who is this person when this person is striving for something and not getting what they want? Is a very interesting question here. So, okay, we see what they did. Let me take a look at why they did it. Boundaries. I feel like this person, like when they grew up, they might have had a narcissistic parent. We have self-care right behind it. They might have had somebody like try to dictate their whole life. I'm also getting that your person here might identify as the feminine counterpart, even if they have a male gender. That might not resonate with everyone, but for those that do, I always just say, like, insert your pronouns here. This is about a person. It could be male or female. But I do see that this is somebody who just didn't feel like during their childhood they had a right to get what they wanted, ask for what they wanted, go towards what they wanted. And so they see this whole thing now as a form of self-care, as a form of self-love. And so they want what you have, not necessarily you, but they want what you have. And they want to, I think as well, the political climate, things that are happening with their family and friends have pushed them into this idea of like, I need to communicate my unique voice to the world. I need to let people know that I'm here, that I'm capable, that I'm providing something to the world that the world is lacking. We have make, so like maybe this person is like an engineer, has an engineering mind, or just has like a unique idea that they want to contribute to the world, and they see this as their time to do that. It's like there's this feeling of just like now or never, and it's very like there's a panic to it. So don't feel bad. I just want you to know, because of the energies that are coming through, that this is not your fault. This person should definitely have not done this, cut and run, whatever they did in this way. They are just suffering from a wounding of self-doubt and projecting that on anybody now that feels like will stand in their path, which is a little bit of a dangerous energy. But let's find out what their karma is going to be for hurting you. Oof. And we get the devil in reverse. Yeah. I would watch out this person. I think they have a hefty fee coming for them. We also have strength here. This felt like it had another card behind it. We have the 9 of Wands. Really interesting imagery here on this deck. What is their karma for hurting you? I see death here on the bottom. And we also have the star, the same card. Yeah. So their karma basically is they're not going to get what they want. I'm hearing they're going to come crawling back on all fours, begging for your apology or just help. Maybe you tried to help this person. I love this card with Kali here. She gives me Kali vibes with the blue face and the scythe and the belt full of heads here. Similar to pile 1, this person's going to go through a change, but I honestly think it's a little different. I think they're going to lose something that's really important to them outside from you. Something that of their own devising they will lose, you know? When we see karma, it tends not to take it out on other people that are not directly involved, especially when the universe is trying to teach you a lesson. It's directly correlated to something you've done. So like, and I also see that I think another part of this death is it's an ego death. This person's going to realize that they are not as strong as they thought. They are not as powerful as they thought. They cannot just manipulate people or get by on charisma alone. And it will also require a sacrifice of them with the 9. They are going to have to walk a hard path to enlightenment, if that's a goal. And I honestly think they're really going to lose maybe like a good friendship. I don't know if this is related to you or not, but like, they're definitely going to lose their way. Let's just put it that way for a while. Because this is a general reading and, you know, we can't pinpoint exact things, but take what resonates and leave the rest for this situation. Either way, this is some hard-hitting karma. And it could very well be that this person was like this all along and you just didn't realize it. Okay. So I'm going to look at how they feel about this situation. We're going to see, do they feel any remorse at least? Yeah. I've never forgotten you, even though I thought you thought I had. Okay. I miss you regardless of how things seem. Interesting. Our connection still affects me. There we go. I'm sorry I couldn't do right by you. Super interesting. So if you resonated with this pile, you might want to tune into pile 1, but they are vastly different. I do see that this again, this person got triggered, like I said. And it looks like maybe they ghosted you, or like just left without any kind of an explanation, or did whatever they did without any kind of explanation. But why I say this is kind of like pile one is like there's very little regret here. I see this person as kind of a narcissist, unlike pile one. I see this person as somebody who may not really be able to show love in the ways that they should because of their wounding. Remember, we had the boundaries and self-care and that lack of communication that sometimes stems from childhood. This could be like a business partner as well, somebody that like screwed you over, honestly. There's just not a whole lot of attachment here, other than like they see you as somebody who is incredibly intelligent, incredibly forward-thinking, incredibly before their time, like an old soul, and they really aspire to be like you. But I think it's very clear that you've drawn a line here in the sand somewhere, or will, and they are on the other side of like being cast out, and they know that now. They know that it's like they know exactly what a true boundary looks like and why people should have them. So I guess my last question would be like, are they going to rectify this? Are they going to reach out with an apology? Ooh. We have bring love into this situation, new moon in Aquarius. We have balance, spirituality, and practicality. Oh. I got this one in the last one. A time for healing. Confidence is key. Give me something different. Of course, it's a time for healing. Yeah. Confidence is key to your success. So basically, yeah, I think this person will have a period of healing and realize that this was not something that they should have done. I feel like you guys could be friends, but I don't feel like, again, I'm not feeling like an energy of like love here. And it's interesting that we have this card because it's kind of like the universe wants you to understand that this person is a damaged person, and that he or she has their place in the universe and has his or her place in your life, in the sense that they were a good lesson. They reaffirmed something, or they showed you something that you didn't know. And I think that this was so that you could birth whatever you're trying to do with greater resolve and confidence. Because where you're going, especially if it's furthering the spirituality of the planet, if it's bringing old history to light that could change the course of the future, you're going to meet a lot of these people along the way. They're going to want to take your plans from you. They're going to want to ride on your coattails. They're going to want to rob you of riches. This is a pretty deep reading, so like, again, general reading, take what resonates and leave the rest. And don't be mad at me, because I read for both, the good and the bad. I see what I see in readings. So if it doesn't resonate with you, just choose another pile. You can completely disregard me if you want. But for somebody out there, this is really the message. You're going places. You don't need to put your full faith and confidence in somebody else. You have all of these things within you that this person is lacking and looking for. And that should be the positive of this, should be that you can survive and you can prosper no matter who is around you, because you know how to stand up for yourself. So it might hurt in the short term, but it won't hurt in the long, I promise. So I hope you resonated with this reading. Like this video, subscribe to the channel. All of my readings are on my Etsy shop. They're very affordable, and some of them prompt you if you're having trouble asking questions here. And other than that, just comment below. I love to read the comments from you guys. All right, see you in the next video. Bye. Hello, Pile 3, and thank you for choosing this reading. You have chosen number 32. This is Concomancy, the divination of shells, and it breaks down to a 5. So whatever you're going through right now, there's like a massive change in your life. I get this sense that you want to know where you're going. You might be a little worried about this issue, but I do see that right now you're in a very intuitive space, and you shouldn't be terribly too worried because your intuition is really going to help you figure out what's right for you today and in the future. As far as what this person's karma is, it feels to me like you are a witch. You are like a sorceress somewhere, and I don't know what's going to happen to this person, but I feel like you might come off very sweet or very innocent and, have this incredible power within you. And usually the karmic payback is really bad when somebody just misuses somebody like that. So let's take a look at your tarot and see what they did. Okay. The Two of Pentacles here in this lovely green color. Two of Pentacles in reverse. Now we have the Six of Cups. This could be somebody that you already knew, like a childhood friend or like somebody you went to high school with, somebody that triggers some kind of nostalgic memory. Ooh, we have Judgment in reverse. Very interesting card to come up here. What else? And the Fool in reverse. We saw this card in pile 1. Let's see. On the bottom, we have the Ten of Cups. Very interesting. Okay. I feel like this person could have been your high school sweetheart. I feel like you might have met later. And there was just this sense of like, it's almost like you're wondering, like, is this person right for me? And they were kind of wondering about that too. I do see that maybe this person, again, like jumped in with a little bit of spontaneity. They didn't really think it through. But they had this idea in their head that this connection was going to bring them happiness because you reminded them of home. Okay, I'm actually going to go a little bit further. I didn't do this in the other videos. I don't really feel like there's a whole lot of information here. We have the Magician. Ooh. We have the High Priestess in reverse. Some pretty big energies here. We have the Three of Pentacles. And 2 cards want to speak to me. There's the Eight of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So again, I feel like this connection is like a twin flame or some kind of high vibrational connection. And you guys are just in the middle of like a dark night of the soul right now, both of you, honestly. And there's that feeling like home sentiment. This person is definitely questioning like their entire reality as a result of meeting you. And I just kind of feel like you're in separation. It's not that they did anything. They just pulled back. They pulled away. And they might have used an excuse like, I got a better job offer. Or, I just need some time to think right now. Maybe they're creating something, an artistic project or a new career path. But privately, I really do feel like they're feeling victimized, and it's like they're just blind. They've turned a blind eye to this connection. They're trying to focus blindly on other things, and it's honestly not working. Yeah, it's just like they missed the call. It's like it was a very intense connection. You might have even been accused of being an intense person because you're spiritually minded, or you see more about the world, you psychic, something like that. The funny thing is, like, so is this person. There's like a deep, it's like you're a conduit and they're a manifester. You guys are, opposites, but like one of you is like a positive, the other's a negative charge, not in a good or bad way, just like a magnet, and you attracted each other. I want to know more. I want to know why. Why did this person pull away? You reminded them of home. You gave them freedom. They got scared. Yeah, so we have movement. I just see this person as getting really scared. We have light. We saw this one again in pile 1. Very different piles today, by the way. So if you don't resonate with a particular pile, choose another. But they're very different from each other. I was really surprised. Self-doubt. I saw boundaries in here again. I saw make in here again, and begin. Yeah, so I don't know how much you know about these connections, but I do a lot of twin flame readings. So go ahead and choose other readings on my site if you want to know more. But these situations often trigger the shadow side of the other person because you're looking into a mirror. So it kind of feels like to me that you were just all in. Because you're so psychic, you knew that this was your person, but they had never seen or experienced anything like that before. Maybe not even anything metaphysical or spiritual before, much less meeting their divine counterpart. And it made them feel really bad about themselves, even though they're this magician, even though they have so many talents, so many opportunities, so many things that they can do. It's like they weren't exercising that feminine principle, even if, they're a man. Insert your pronouns here, but we do have feminine and masculine polarities, and that's, in general, what twin flames, you're either one or the other, in general. And of course, if you're non-binary or if you don't subscribe to gender, we all have like different on the spectrum levels of these things. So just take what I say with a grain of salt. But since we ascribe the feminine principle to be about intuition, this is what I'm talking about here. So let's just read this as that is what was lacking in them. And it made them feel inferior. It made them question whether or not they could actually do the things they wanted to do in life because they had never thought that they needed this skill. Who needs gentleness and nurturing in a world that seems, and this is what this person is thinking, so aggressive, assertive, maybe harsh, maybe brutal under some circumstances. I also see, just for a very select few of you, that this person was heading down the wrong path, and you brought them to the light, which revealed the shadow and made themselves feel like they couldn't go through with something and they had to change direction that would bring them a more stable, trustworthy career that you would deserve, that you would be with a person like that. Or just some moral about their life that maybe they had let slide and you held them accountable for. That's what I see. Okay, so what is their karma for hurting you? Now again, I don't really know if this situation applies like the others, but we will take a look anyway. And I say that because these relationships, they don't just fizzle out. You're a part of each other. So their karma is your karma to a certain extent. So we have the Five of Wands here in reverse. We have the Hermit. Ooh. We have Judgment, just like we have up there, but it's right side up this time. And we have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So I really feel like, again, the karma is that you're not going to hear from this person for a while, but they are also not going to put themselves in a position to reach out to you. And that's its own karma for this person. They feel rather blue without you. I think you also are going to allow yourself the freedom to seek out the company of other people while you're waiting for this person, because you know that they're your true, whatever, and you can still have fun while they're deciding if they want to choose you. And that person would be very, very upset if they found that out. That's not an invitation to go do that, by the way. It's just if you feel like, I'm not going to wait around for this person. I have other options. I'm going to live my life. That's part of that karma there for that person. They would kind of be heartbroken about that. You see that reflected in this card again. They already feel left out. But they definitely are going to feel, regardless of what you do, like they've been left out in the cold. I think this call to judgment, this call to the twin flame mission, this call to be with you is just going to plague this person. They're going to see signs of you everywhere. They're going to hear you in their head. There's many, many different signs of a twin flame connection. It can be very confusing and chaotic. It's not an easy thing to go through alone, but in a lot of cases people have to, because the difference between this kind of relationship and a normal relationship is that it is two people coming together for spiritual ascension, and one person can't help the other person do that. Even though you're bonded at the soul level and you're going to feel things as well. So be careful how you want to handle this, because again, their pain is your pain and vice versa. So you can choose to give them love over this connection, especially if they haven't really truly wounded you deeply, other than, pride and maybe a missed opportunity. And it would definitely help them come back to reunion or come closer to enlightenment or figuring out their mission in this life if you are sending positive vibrations over the connection. And there's many ways to do that, and so many videos out there. So I'm excited for you to be on this journey if you weren't aware of it before. And this is definitely a reading you'd want to look more individualistically into, and I have readings on my Etsy shop linked below if you want to do that. So let's take a look at how this person feels. What a beautiful card. We have your beauty still moves me. Oh, we have I'm finally feeling the consequences of my actions. We saw this one in pile 2. I've never forgotten you, even though you think I have. And yeah, interesting. We have it's easier to stay away right now on one hand, and on the bottom of the deck, we have this card. My heart is just telling me to do it. Perfect tonality for the conflicted nature of twin flame relationships. I feel like these are the messages this person is going to send you in the future. If you decide to have some time of separation and stay that way, this is how they're going to feel. They're going to feel that they can still feel you. They will feel consequences of my actions. Like any tiny little thing they've ever done wrong to anybody, they're going to understand how it's made sense, how it's made them into a person, and what they have to do to rectify those things. They're going to want to. They're going to put themselves through like a 12-step program. Not an actual 12 steps, but like in the sense that they're going to reach out to people and apologize. They're going to make things right. They're going to be really hyper aware of themselves so that they don't hurt anybody else in that same way again. And it's all going to be for you. But at this point, it's just easier not to have you around because they don't want you to see them struggle. They don't want you to judge them, even though you won't. It's really interesting and kind of sad. But all right, so what's going to happen in the future? I would say, will they rectify it? But what is going to happen in the future with your connection? Whew, interesting. It's time to take action. Yeah, okay. New moon in Aries. We have a look at the bigger picture. I am so surprised that we didn't have as many repeating cards here. It's really interesting. All these readings have been so different. Tell me the future. This connection. Okay. Ooh, and you are good enough. So, one last message coming here for you is basically like, use this time to work on what you want. Look, if you know what the mission is, if you know what you've been sent here to do, that is the goal. Not only to reach enlightenment, not only to self-actualize and achieve self-mastery. It's all about the mission. It's all about our connection to spirit. It's all about living with joy and in our passion. It's all about spreading joy on earth. And you can do this. You don't need that 3D gratification of a house and a nuclear 2.5 kid marriage to make this happen. You were born to be a nonconformist. And in time, you may have those things. But if you don't take action in your own life, it's not going to trigger this other person to be their very best, vice versa. And when you do that, it's going to push the other person to do that as well. So you live simultaneously alongside each other in parallel, and there's more to that as well. But so that you eventually get back together, and perhaps not everyone reunites in this life, but that is kind of in my opinion, if you've met each other at this time and space, it's probably more likely to be the reality than not. And yeah, so then you eventually get to show the world who you really are. And with this particular archetype, the witch, the sorceress, the wise woman, the sexual priestess, whatever, this is now a time where we can be accepted. So embrace yourself, embrace your connection, embrace your mission, and just live life with joy. So that's what I have for you. I hope it resonated. Like this video, subscribe to the channel. My readings are in my Etsy shop, like I said. And comment below if this resonated or if you just want to say hey. I will see you next time.